In the last lecture, I was explaining how React Native works in a nutshell. In this lecture, we'll continue with some coding. Okay, so let's open our code in app.tsx file. So what we have here is one functional component called app. We can call it as we want, but since this is app.tsx, we are calling this app component. In here, we have a return, and whatever we will return in the return will be displayed, will be rendered out in your simulator. So that's a good time to now to start up our applications. So as I mentioned before, you can use the web, you can use the iOS simulator or Android. Okay, so I'll go here npm start to open the base window, and I will go with my Xcode. Okay, so I'll open here Xcode, and I will go with the iOS simulator. And if you will decide code to with the web or Android, there is no big issue at all in this. Okay, guys, so all good. So open development tools, simulator, close this. Okay, and let's start development process. Okay, I'll click here I for iOS. If you're on Android, click A. If you want web, W. Okay, so I'll keep it right here. Okay, open a project, and we'll see that this will be render out here. Open up the TSX to start working on your application. That's what exactly we are seeing here. This is view. Okay, if you want to create some text or some other components here, it has to be wrapped in the view component. That's required, because when you will not wrap it in the view component, you would probably see error. From HTML in the browser environment, you are maybe used to work with the components or elements, I should say, with the elements as, for example, div element, or maybe you are used to work with the paragraph elements you have in HTML, maybe some inputs or buttons. All right, that's our native HTML domain elements. In the React Native environment, you will be not working with such elements. You'll be working with the specific React Native elements that's exposed in a React Native package, as you see here, for example, text or view. If you want to preview all of this, I will be calling them components. As you want to preview all these components, you can go to your browser, you can go to the React Native website, and you can click here components. And in a components browser, component window here, in a components window here, in your web browser, you can see here what components you have available. In a core components and APIs, you can scroll down here and you will see what you have available here. You can go to the specific one. So when you're looking for buttons, here is a button component. There will be also a nice example with this, what you can specify here, and some options you can also pass in to these components. Okay, for example, button component, flat list component, image component, image background component, and all of these, even in free time, you can just scroll down here. You can go through all of them so you know what you have available here. And as you can see here, they have something in a common. Every time you are creating your screen or you want to render out something, it has to be wrapped in the view. That's very important to know. Okay, guys, so now with this knowledge here, not very big knowledge yet, but just some information for you, let's go back to our code editors. Okay. Also, before we'll create some new screen, so let's talk also about the styles. In the styles, you're not using the CSS, but everything is really rendered through the JavaScript here. We are specifying here the style sheet, and on the style sheet, we are calling the create function where we specifying some stylings. Okay, so I'm specifying here a container. Okay, key of the container, and here are basically my styles. So the name of the styles are the same as you would use in HTML, but in the HTML you would have, for example, background dash color. In the JavaScript, of course, you cannot. So if you have something like this from the HTML, you know, in the case of this, you need to just simply remove this dash here, and you need to capitalize the first letter, and you have a background color. Okay, so you'll specify the normal options as you would have it in a CSS. And then when you want to provide it to the component, you will just expose here style prop, and you will pass this option here. So styles.container. So styles.container is accessing this container and this object here. So you're passing basically this to the style. So I could write also here. I could simply copy this, flex here, and I could write it here manually like this. I'm passing here object, these options, and that would be exactly the same. But as you see here, it's much nicer when I will passing here. I'm accessing the styles and the container. Okay, it will help me to reuse these stylings if I need later, and also it's easier to read when you have separating the styles from your component code. All right, so we'll just revert this. Okay. Okay, and the text component is just to display the text out. So here you have a text. Okay, so what we are going to do, guys, I'm going to remove everything. Okay, so we are going to remove everything. We'll be creating 2 new screens. Okay, so how we'll do it? We'll create here a new folder. I'll just preview what I want to create. So here, Carbo, just preview very quickly so you have some idea what we are going to create. As you know, we are going to create our workout application. So you can imagine this is your device. Okay, I need to draw it nicer. And on this device, for now, we will have 2 screens. Okay, so 2 screens. Okay, it's our device. I'm sorry for this image. We have a 2 screen. Will be the home screen. We'll call it just simply home screen. Okay, home screen. And then we'll have a second screen, which will be our planner screen. Okay, so planner screen. In the home screen, we can see all of the workouts that are available. And the planner screen, we can plan the workouts. We can create new workouts. So in the home screen, we'll have a basically list of all of the workouts. The user can preview and can click at the specific workout, and this will lead me to the workout detail screen. I'm not talking about the detail screen yet, but we'll be creating it later. So for now, just a home screen and the planner screen. If I will go to the planner screen should be just this simply form where you can create a new workout. So we have some inputs where you can place the information. You can press the submit button, and this will create a new workout. Okay, so for now I would like to have 2 screens, and I would like to navigate to these 2 screens to the tabs. So I will have here tabs. In my device will be home tab, and then we'll have a planner, and I can toggle between the screens. Then I click here home. I would like to go to the home screen. Then I will click the planner. I will go to the planner screen. Okay, so that's the plan for beginning. So first we need to create these 2 screens, the home screen and the planner screen. Okay, let's go back to our code here, and we'll create here a new folder. Okay, so we'll create here a new folder. We'll call it screens folder. In the screens folder, we'll create 2 files, which will be home screen tsx and the planner screen tsx. So home screen.tsx. We'll copy this, and let's create a new file, and this will be planner screen tsx. Okay, so now we'll export here function. We'll go to home screen. Let's go to home screen, and let's export default here function. So export default function. That's how you're creating component. Export default function. Call it home screen. All right, like this, and we'll return here some view. Okay, so as I mentioned, use your view component. All right, you need to import it from React Native. So let's import here, up here in the curly brackets, view, and also text. We'll use also text from React-Native. Okay, so that's our view, and the text here, text will be here, I am home screen. I am home screen, very simple one. We'll go with the same approach in our planner screen. So simply if you want to repeat this, you can write it manually, or just simply Control-A, Command-C to copy it. Let's go to planner screen, paste it here. Okay, and let's change the name for a planner screen so we know that this is a planner screen. And here will be text, I am planner screen. Okay, now we'll go to app.tsx. I will remove here everything. We will start completely from the scratch. I will remove this view here. All right. I'll remove the style sheets because we don't need them. We don't need here also text. We'll just leave here the status bar. I will be talking about the status bar later, and view. And in the view here, instead of this text here, we'll just simply get here our home screen. Okay, so let's import here home screen. Import home screen. It actually completed for me automatically. But you can see here path to this home screen folder. So import home screen from, and here's a path. So // means we are looking for the folder on the file in the same folder as we are currently in. So from app.tsx./ I'm looking for the screens folder in my current root directory, and in the screens folder I'm going to the home screen.tsx. We don't need to specify extension. Here is a home screen. So I'm getting this component here, this function, Okay, and now I can instantiate it in the React Native or React domain. You just instantiate with these pointy brackets, and you will specify the name of your component, and you will close it like this, home screen. And then when you save it and you will go to your simulator, you should already see here I'm home screen, but you can see it's up here. I'm home screen because we have just removed stylings and everything is rendered out default from the top to bottom. So I remove the styling so there is not longer in the middle. But there is definitely home screen up here. Okay, so what we need to do when we want to render the planner screen? In the case of a planner screen, we don't want to have them at the same time on the same screen. So I will comment out home screen. Of course, it will get me error now, so I will comment also this. If you want to comment something, just press the Control or a command and a backslash. It will comment it out. And import here planner screen. So import planner screen, the same approach from the screens folder, from the planner screen TSX. We are getting our function planner screen, instantiate it, pointy brackets, and you will get a planner screen. But you will save it. You will display it here. I am planner screen. So it's definitely up here, of course, not very nice. Okay, guys, so that's gonna be it from this lecture. We have rendered out planner screen and home screen. We have learned something a little bit more about the components, and let's continue next lecture. We'll style it a little bit better. So, guys, see you in the next lecture.